Hey, what's up? Today I'm just going to go over some images that I've been creating with Nano Banana, and I'm just going to randomly discuss them. So basically, for example, here's one I dragged over. It's this red sports car. It comes from this sketch here, and it kept most of the details. I'm pretty impressed with it. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. That one's pretty cool. But here's other ones. Let's see here. This motorcycle came out pretty generic looking, this green bike here. I wasn't that impressed with it, but the original sketch had more flair to it, so you never know what it's going to capture. Here's the original sketch, by the way. I like this arcing sort of form here and stuff like that. So yeah, it didn't really capture that element. Here is another motorcycle that I made. Here's the original sketch. It's an orange bike. I kind of like some of the chrome elements, but with the Nano Banana version, it made it very matte, and I thought that was kind of cool. I didn't mind that at all. So that was cool. Here's one where I actually took a train that I drew way back in the day, and I used a science fiction building in the background, and I think that turned out pretty good. Complaints, I don't know, not really. It's pretty good. I want to animate this at some point later on. What else can I show you? Oh, here's one where I generated a scene from future Tokyo with a bunch of different designs. What I did was used all my original designs, but unfortunately only the one in the middle came out as my original design. The other ones were all hallucinated, so that kind of sucked. But yeah, it's a pretty good image. I think that'll be cool to animate at some point too. Oh, here's one for a motorcycle, scooter, ultralight design. It actually didn't come out as good as the sketch, but it's okay. I mean, it's got some nice elements, but I would like to refine that one. Here's one for a mini bike, which turned out pretty good. Here's the original sketch, and it actually translated a lot of the parts correctly, like the spring here and stuff like that, so that was cool. This was a clay model I did back in the day. This came out really well. I showed it earlier in one of the images. I like the look of this vehicle, so that was pretty killer. And here's another motorcycle, which was sort of a Buell design, but I think it's pretty decent. Didn't seem to get much love on TikTok, but that's okay. Oh, here's like 1970s influenced sort of 1970s Corvette with sparkly paint and stuff like that, and it got the sparkly paint prompt pretty well, so that was pretty cool. This one's pretty nice. It's a nice basic design with round headlights and the integrated side turn signals. Very generic design, but it translated it very well, and it actually did a rear version interpretation which came out fairly well too. Here's the rear version interpretation, and yeah, it did a great job with deciding what the back would look like. Anyway, oh, here's that train that I did earlier. That came out pretty well. It did the reflection on the side was done incorrectly, but it still looks pretty cool. If I spent more time on it, I could get the reflection to be right, because it is just a chrome sort of shape, basically. So there's other ones that failed. Oh, here's one that wasn't one of my sketches at all, but again, it's the Corvette. And it came out pretty good, I think. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty impressive image. It's a little generic looking in the front half, but the rear half definitely captures that Corvette look, so that was cool. I have to say that I did all these sketches back in 2003, 2004 time frame, probably more like 2003. But anyway, here's a design I liked for a ultra modern electric scooter / dirt bike thing. I thought that was pretty cool. And it rendered a nice image of it with the dirt bike rider riding it, and etc. etc. So that was pretty cool. Oh, here's the original sketch I showed earlier of that train. Okay, so that was the original sketch in rough form that I just scanned on my phone and put in, and that came out pretty good. Here is a cool image of a sketch I did. It doesn't look very grounded, but the actual rendering, it got right for the spaceship, the sci-fi building. So that was pretty cool. Oh, here's one I did very recently of a spaceship, and it did a great job. It combined the art style of Chris Foss and somebody else. I don't remember who else, but anyway, it does have that Chris Foss sort of look to it. So that's pretty cool. I like that one. And here's more of that science fiction building. That was decent. The original sketch was done on gray paper, and I really liked how it added details and stuff, and it looks nice and grounded, unlike that other image. So yeah. Okay, those are some of my most recent developments in AI, so I'll keep you updated and talk to you later. Okay, bye for now.